That's something that's very confusing, and I need your help with this, Eric.
I was going to segue into something there.
Oh, what was it?
I don't remember. I'll come back to it.
So, as I'm sure people have probably heard, and it's been kind of all over the social media and all over the internet and all over the world news, some vandals have spray painted Plymouth Rock. They actually went and spray painted a whole bunch of shit all over it. And people are really pissed off. And I mean, I don't understand what the fucking point is.
I don't know who's pissed off. I don't know. Does Plymouth Rock matter anymore? Does anyone give a fuck about pilgrims?
Well, here's the thing. What's spray painted on it is 508 MOF. That's what's spray painted on it.
Okay.
Now, do you want to know what MOF-508 is?
I'm sure it's an area code or something.
No, not even remotely close. It is a paper from the Berkeley Global Science Institute on the microporous metal organic framework for gas chromatographic, wow, I can't butcher that word, separation of alkalines, or alkans, sorry.
Okay.
Literally this is about filling the pores. A zinc-based metal organic framework, which is metal organic framework, MOF, can be transformed reversibly from an open to a dense configuration. The microporous solid is the first example of an MOF that is highly selective in the gas separation of alkans. So literally it means nothing. MOF 508. When you Google MOF 508, this is what comes up. And they spray painted this on the rock, just in reverse order. 508.
Okay, is this substrate independent spatial growth of the metal organic growth on the gold substrates for hard to give rise to the loss of MOF framework? Large pores yielding reduced CO2 efficiency as well as high. So are this metal organic frameworks with functional pores? Are they trying to say something about 9/11?
I have no idea.
About the metal framework? Is this proving something to do with 9/11? That's all I can think of. They're proving this in some way relates to the metal that the World Trade Center was built with or something.
I don't know.
Significant progress has been made in synthesizing new columns packed with single crystals of MOF 508. Yeah, that's all I can think of. Is this has got something to do with metal. And it's probably 9/11 related. So it's some fucking prank. I don't get it.
It doesn't make any sense. But they did do this just before the upcoming 400th anniversary of the 1620 Mayfair landing.
Which everybody knows is bullshit anyway.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, you got the natives that show up there every Thanksgiving Day since 1970 to recall what organizers describe as the genocide of millions of native people, the theft of native lands, and the relentless assault on native culture.
Okay,
you guys were so fucking innocent of everything before that.
It's nanotechnology. It's metal frameworks that can build themselves, ideally in the in the grand scheme of things. MOFs can be grown. It's whatever. It's nanotechnology. Who cares? It's something. I don't get the reference. I don't care. Everyone knows that the Mayflower is a made-up thing. Most of the names on it are fake. And the whole Plymouth Rock landing is a fucking fairy tale. So I don't know why people would be upset about this anymore.
Literally, it'll take about 35 minutes to clean it off. Literally, it takes no effort whatsoever to clean it up. And the funny thing is when I read the first description about it, they're talking about how it was etched with the date of on the year 1620. Yeah, that was done not that long ago by recent tools. You can tell by the way it's done. So it's not like in 1620 they went up to this random rock and fucking etched 1620 into it.
Is that actually Plymouth Rock? It's literally just a fucking rock?
It's just a rock, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought Plymouth Rock was like something cool. That's literally just a rock on the beach. How does this thing not get spray painted every fucking day?
Because it's actually around. If you type in Google Images, it's actually there's a thing that is around it. It is sitting on sand, but there's those zoom up pictures. But it's actually in a whole thing. It's in a columned, a Roman column style building.
Put another fucking rock there and shut up. Who cares? It's a rock.
Just clean the rock up. It takes a little bit of arsehole. It'll be clean right up. It'll be fine.
Roll it over.
Yeah.
It's a fucking rock. Who gives a shit? I thought Plymouth Rock, I always thought that referred to like an island or something. Like they landed on Plymouth Rock, not they fucking bumped a rock.
No, they bumped a rock.
It's just a
piece of rock, dude. That's all it is.
Who the fuck gives a shit?
It's just a rock.
Go find any other rock. And call it Plymouth Rock. Nobody would have noticed if you replaced this with any other fucking rock. Oh my God, how is this a story?
And apparently, years ago, anarchists defaced the Plymouth Rock when they just spray painted the word lies over top of it.
Anarchists. Yeah, if that's the anarchy they're unleashing on your country, you're pretty fucking fine. It's a goddamn rock.
I would like to know why an anarchist would do this, because anarchy is has nothing to do with this.
That would be like if someone went and spray painted the North Pole and said, "Ooh, take that, Canada." I'll show you. I spray painted the North Pole with a fucking random weird chemistry term.
Yeah, in 2014, they spray painted the word lies, and they also wrote an obscene figure, the phrase, for a drug-filled world.
I will absolutely commit to any of our American audience. You know how much I care about you guys. I love and value all of our American listeners, and I will hereby, if it means that much to you, you send one email to eric@gord.com and tell me that you would like me to replace Plymouth Rock. And I will replace it with a rock of equal or greater value. Personally, I will ship you a rock to replace your Plymouth fucking Rock.
Now, I don't know if this is completely true, but the history of the Plymouth Rock starts as a representation of the site of the Pilgrims' landing in 1620. The Pilgrims had already landed in Cape Cod in November of 1620 before sailing to Plymouth. and there's no historical record of the Pilgrims claiming Plymouth Rock as their place of disembarkation.
Yes, that is true. That's why I was saying the story is bullshit anyway.
But in 1741, so 121 years later, the 10-ton boulder in Plymouth Harbor was identified as the historic landing place by 94-year-old Thomas Fruance, who said his father and other Mayflower passengers who had arrived in Plymouth in 1623 told him that Plymouth Rock was indeed the site of the Pilgrim's Landing.
Wow. There we go.
So, a 94-year-old dude. Took him that long.
We're all saddened and sickened by the recent vandalism in our historic town. We will begin cleanup as soon, and the police are investigating. What the fuck? It's a rock, dudes. It's literally just a rock.
In 1774, colonists tried to move the rock from the harbor to a liberty pole, but it broke into two pieces. Some colonists interpreted the split as a sign that America should sever from England.
I don't think anyone would give this much of a shit if you spray painted the rock. It's just a rock. There's nothing special. It's not even a cool looking rock.
No.
Oh, you guys can all go straight to fucking hell for making me give a crap for 10 seconds about your stupid story. It's a goddamn rock. Oh my god.
They moved the rock again in 1834 to the front lawn of the Pilgrim Hall Museum, and again it was broken in two pieces.
Yeah, it's because it's a rock.
The piece at the harbor was given a canopy in the 1860s. But in order for that rock to fit inside the new monument, it was trimmed. Like, this rock has been butchered and butchered. Like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And yet more than 1 million people visit Plymouth Rock every year.
I don't buy it. There's 1 million fucking retards out there.
There's 1 million retards.
I think we should call the police because fish are pissing in the ocean.
Did you know that there's a new Plymouth Rock, by the way?
Of course there is. There could be any number. I got 6 of them in my backyard right now.
In 2018, they created a new concrete sculpture with the same 1620 date. It's all geometrically... It's the same sort of basic shape as that rock, but it's all geometric.
Did that one get spray painted?
No.
Of course not.
That one's located outside the Civic Center, and it paid homage to Plymouth Rock in Massachusetts.
I hate this story so much, I don't even want to do this show anymore.
It's the greatest thing I've ever read.
Oh my fucking god, it's a rock!
It's literally just a rock.
Jesus Christ, that makes me so goddamn mad.
Yeah.
And it's nothing about it even... Who the... No. Everybody knows that they didn't even land there. That fucking story says they didn't land there. They just went there after.
Yeah.
So the rock literally has no significance whatsoever.
Just from a 94-year-old dude who says it does.
Oh my...
And the funny thing, even if you went by that story, the 94-year-old guy, the date on the rock should be 1623, because that's when they actually got to this point.
If we fucking made a historical landmark out of every piece of shit that some 94-year-old dude said was important...
We'd have a monument to cigarette butts.
From false teeth to cigarette butts to dead birds would be significant. They'd all have dates stamped in them, and we gotta celebrate this fucking piece of gum we found on the sidewalk because old Earl said it was here in 1690. Fuck you and your stupid. Number one, historical shit is stupid. I'm sorry. Why do we preserve crap for? Especially a rock. Who cares? A rock that has no significance. Why are you preserving that? Why does it matter? Only because a bunch of rich fucking bored white people say it matters.
That's it.
anybody gives a shit where the Pilgrims landed. My God. Oh,